Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video we are going to know about the deadlock recovery. So how can we recover from the deadlock? So there are two methods for breaking a deadlock. So one solution is simply to abort one by one process to break the circular wait, and the second solution is to preempt the resources from one or more of the deadlock process. Okay, so first one is we are going to see about the process termination. Okay, so process termination is one of the method to recover from deadlock. So we use some methods for the process termination. They are abort all deadlocked process. Okay, so if in a system, if there is a deadlock, then abort all the process irrespective of so where the deadlock is occurring. Okay, so it means release all the process in the deadlocked state and start the allocation from the starting point. And this method is very expensive. So next one is abort one process at a time until the deadlock cycle is eliminated. Okay. In this method, first abort the one of the process in the deadlocked state. Okay. So here there is a deadlock for process P5. So the system there are three process. Now let us suppose that there are three processes which are in a deadlocked state. Then abort one by one process until that the deadlock cycle is eliminated. First of all, we are going to eliminate the process P1 here. And if there is no deadlock, then we are not going to eliminate any of these process. And if after eliminating this first process P1 also there is a deadlock, then so we are going to eliminate P2 and then P3, right? So that like that we are going to abort one by one process at a time using until the deadlock is eliminated here, and continue this process until we recover from deadlock. This method is also very expensive, but compared with the uh, first one it is better. Okay, so next one, so here we are going to see how in which order we have to choose the process to abort. Okay, so based on the priority of the process we are going to eliminate or going to abort the process, and how long the process has completed and how much longer it is going to completion. Like suppose the process has finished the execution of so it has finished the execution of 1 hour, and the total burst time of the process is 1 hour and 5 minutes. Okay, so then so we are going to so here the process has finished the execution for 1 hour, and if we are going to abort that process which has executed for 1 hour, okay, so then it will be waste, right? So there will be CPU wastage. The CPU time will be wasted. So if it executes for 1 more 5 minutes, then the process will be successfully executed, right? So like that only we are going to take the how long process has completed and how much longer it will take the completion time. The third one is resources that process has used. Okay, so based on the resources which the process has used, so based on that we are going to abort the process, and resources process needs to complete. Okay, so that means the process which needs to complete the resource. So based on combination, the holding and holding to abort or terminate the process. Okay, so how many process will be needed to terminate it? So either we have to terminate all the process, or we have to terminate one by one process. Okay, and then last one is process interactive or batch process. Okay, so based on the batch process or interactive process we are going to eliminate the process. So this is about the process termination, and next one is resource preemption. Okay, so in this resource preemption, there are three methods to eliminate the deadlocks using the preemption method. These are selecting a victim, rollback, and starvation. Okay, so in the case of selecting a victim, So we are going to select the victim resource from the resource form of the deadlock state and preempt that one. Okay, so in the deadlocked situation, so we are going to preempt the resource here, so which is the victim one, right? So first one we are going to, so in the first case for deadlock recovery we have seen about the process, and in the second case we are going to know about the resource, right? So in the deadlock state there will be only, right, there will be process which are waiting for the resource. Okay, so that's why we have known about the process here first of all, and then resource. Okay, preemption of resource. So we are going to select a particular resource, and we are going to preempt that one. So it is a minimize, it will minimize the cost. And the second one is a rollback. So roll back the process here. So roll back the process and resources up to some safe state and restart it from that state. So this method requires the system to keep more information about the state of all the running processes. Okay, so here we're going to roll back the process and resources to a safe state and restart it. Okay, so we're going to roll back it to the safe state and restart the process. And the last one is starvation. A process or a resource can be picked as a victim only a finite number of times. It is said to be a starvation. The most common solution is to include the number of rollbacks in the cost favor. Okay, so some process may be picked as a victim and include the number of rollback in the cost factor here. Okay, if you are selecting a particular process or resource, and if you are going to what and you are going to terminate it a number of times, then the process will starve. So this is the most common solution to include the number of rollbacks in the cost factor. And this is all about the recovery from deadlock state. And thanks for watching my video. Thank you.